Hi guys, I'm glad to welcome you back to this episode of Levite TV Musicians Show. Today we have someone legendary. He is the CEO of Global Audio Factory, and he's a father, a pro bassist, and a multi-musician. His name is Mr. Dehnice Etukudo. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah. So how does it feel to be a musician, like a pro musician that you are?
Oh, good. I just enjoy myself playing music. So basic enjoyment, basic happiness. I'm happy to be who I am right now.
Of course, it's oh God, me out to be a pro too. Okay, so all through these years of you playing, what would you really say has been your inspiration?
I've been enjoying the fact that music sounds good. Like basic definition of music, it's arranged sound that sounds pleasing to the ear. So every time it sounds good to me, and I play, I enjoy myself. So the experience is amazing. You know, being in places where people get to be happy that I'm able to do music to the level I do, and well, they're proud to, we're happy to associate with each other and, you know, be on shows, do videos, play stuff, interact, and at the same time, you know, it's a great experience for me. So I've enjoyed this for way over 20, probably 28 years, 27 years.
I think metamorphosis is also an aspect of growing, where you move from one stage to the other. Maybe you change into something else, just like lava to pupa to now the mosquito, butterfly, stuff like that. So I think as a musician, I might start out as a pianist, but I'm supposed to end up like a singer. What do you think? Is it possible?
I really did not plan that I was going to be a bass player. I started playing the drums. I was fascinated by the drums. You know, all of a sudden I had an opportunity to learn how to play the piano. And from playing the piano, the bass player in the church that I attended back in Lagos, you know, had issues of insubordination. So, and I really could sing the bass parts while I was playing the piano. So I took 2 weeks off, learned the bass. In 2 weeks I was able to replace him. Then 2 years later, I learned how to play the sax. I don't know when I learned how to play the guitar, but I know it just happened to me. I don't have a time frame where it's okay, I learned to play the guitar, but it's so yeah. I think it was 2 years after I learned playing the saxophone, I noticed I was playing the guitar as well on the side. Not like professionally, but, you know, I could play in recordings, you know, I could make my own sound, could use it to write my own music or, you know, back somebody up while it's
nice. That's really nice. But I actually have a little challenge with that. I've spoken with some musicians, maybe not much, but few, and the response I get is not really encouraging. Like you tell them, I play piano, but I think I'm supposed to be singing. Not actually that I sing as better as the other person does, but I know that I'm supposed to be singing, although I started out as it. And their response would be like, yeah, I leave that in, you won't go for your heart and stuff. So
I totally anticipate growth at every time I know I'm going to probably do something better. When I said I don't have a plan for my life, I actually mean I'm not stereotyped.
Yeah, of course.
I react to the situation of happiness that I need to have. If he's going to be happy singing, my brother, go ahead and sing. Go ahead and do singing.
Yeah.
But I think life is about happiness and growth. So nobody should totally hinder you from doing what's going to make you happy. So if the pianist believes that he's going to be happy singing, let him attempt it. Probably it's going to look good, like Stevie Wonder, you know, singing and playing, or John Legend. It happens, or Mali Music. They all sing and play. But if your voice doesn't let you don't do it in public. Just enjoy the fact that you are singing and playing in your house. You know, that's my point.
Yeah, that's
But just
true.
be happy. I need you to be happy.
Of course, that's true. So basically, I think metamorphosing as a musician might not necessarily be moving from a music instrument to another musical instrument. It might be you play piano or you play drums in church, but then you find out that you talk. You can do public speaking too, and that does not really have anything to do with music.
Yeah. Basically, the idea is, like I said, God gave us gifts. He didn't give us just one gift. He gave us the ability to adapt our gifts in situations that they were needed. Now, when Dangote started, talking business now, when Dangote started, probably just doing logistics and all of that, then all of a sudden there's Dangote cement, then all of a sudden there's Dangote sugar, then all of a sudden there's Dangote spaghetti, all of a sudden there's Dangote noodles, all of a sudden Dangote is having a refinery. You know, all of this grow per time, so there is no hard and fast rules. Okay, this is the step you must follow. These are the steps you must follow. Don't put yourself in a box. And if it happens that you think your talking has more reach and you want to reach more people, your desire to reach more people by communicating or doing. I'm into lots of recording and into creative content writing. I do video productions now and a lot of those kind of stuff. But I'm not ready to own up and say I am just a content creator. I'm a musician. I'm a studio engineer. I am a live sound engineer. I'm an audio consultant. I am a carpenter. I make my studio myself.
Wow.
And a couple of other guys that help me out and stuff. So I've done welding. But I cannot call myself those. I choose the one that I like to be called. I like to be known as the audio consultant.
Yeah. Oh,
So it works for me. Yeah. But I'm able to do other things. So if the musician who's playing the piano or is playing the drums figures out that at the end of the day, I can sew clothes, I can make outfit design. My guy, do it in the day, go back and play. Shows don't happen in the day. Yeah. Hardly do you have shows happening in the day, except like a festival or a carnival and stuff. So when you can have a day job and go to your space where you get to play in the evening and do your stuff and make extra bucks and be happy.
And be happy. Watch your word, make sure you are happy. Yeah. What would you have to say to young musicians growing up? Comparison.
I'm confident. I get to tell me that I don't care who I have to play, who sits in front of me for me to play. When the music starts getting into my head, I'm just going to enjoy the music in my head. And for your information, I'm not the very best bass player in the whole world. Yeah. But when it comes to the kind of music that I love, I express myself. The idea, music does not have a best player. Because in my head, you played rubbish because I do not enjoy the music in your perspective. Music is a perspective-based, art. So you cannot say the best bass player. Does he sound good playing Afrocentrics? Does he sound good playing pop music? Does he sound good playing music from China?
Yeah.
The idea is whatever you're used to, you're going to shine and feel like superstar in it. But the other person, if he's used to playing Aria, all of a sudden you bring him to playing a song by Travis Green, he's not going to do well. But go to the song that is played by Sadebi and see what's going to happen. So the idea is music, there's no best player. Don't compare yourself. Don't let yourself swim into that river where the river is so large that you'll be drowned in it. Yeah. Comparison is terrible. It reduces people's self-esteem. It makes you feel like you're worthless. Or it puts fear in you, so much fear that you would do less of yourself in the presence of when it really matters the most. So I make sure that every time, I'm going to be recording immediately after this show, and I do not care who is playing in front of me. It does not matter who is playing or who is going to be listening to the music. I want to enjoy what I'm doing.
Totally.
Yes, so it is not about the best recording engineer or the less best. Don't put yourself in that box. As soon as you start putting yourself in that box, you create a box and limit yourself, and you can grow. This guy could be the best drummer when it comes to hip-hop music, and I could be the best when it comes to playing Aria or the kind of music that Nigerians enjoy. So don't put yourself in the box. Don't let comparison kill you or slow you down.
Yeah, that's so much. And I want you to know that comparison is not good. And two, you have to adapt to metamorphosing from one stage to the other. It's part of growth. So if you started out as a drummer and you feel that the bass player entices you more and you think you want to learn it, go ahead, learn it. Don't let anybody stop you. Okay? So that's one thing I want you to learn this week. Thank you very much for staying with us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. You get more of these and share with your musician friends too. Thank you very much. I'm still F Sharp and he is Mr. Dehnice.